How do social media? This is Layton, Barr from Property Investing is Shit. I'm just about to head home. Today is Friday and I've spent some of the day messing around on boats basically. The tide's a bit out, so I can't really go anywhere. It's a bit too windy. So what I thought I'll do is, rather than actually film that on the boat, because it was too windy for that, I'll head home, and on the way home I'll just have a quick conversation with you. So that no one complains at me that I'm driving using my phone. My phone is strapped up in a cradle against the actual rear view mirror, so no complaints on that front, please, guys. So let's just crack on with this. All right, so basically property investing is shit, and it's shit when you're uneducated. That's the biggest thing about this. If you're uneducated in what you're doing, it's shit. There's going to be hurdles along the way, don't get me wrong. I don't have all the answers for everything, but I'm going to tell you now that property investing is shit, especially if you're uneducated. So the purpose of these videos is a video vlog or blog, or whatever you call them, I don't know, basically for my children, because at some point Father's Dearest is not going to be around, unfortunately, kids, and I want you to be able to tap into the knowledge and experiences that I have to pass down to you. And as we both know, well, we all know, my writing is not very clear, so you won't be able to understand anything I write down. So video vlogging is basically the best way forward for me to get this over to you. So for anyone else watching these vlogs, there's going to be benefit to you as well. It's as simple as that. So let's start with something called security, freedom and wealth. Okay, so security is having a roof over your head and food on the table. If you have that, you are in a fantastic position. Forget about all the other debts and all the other things you got going on and the fact you're employed. Literally, food on the table, roof over your head. Tick that box massively, because you guys are basically winning. It's as simple as that. Some people are unfortunate that they don't have that sort of roof over the head and security. So massive tick in the box. And one of the great things about property investing is you can help people to basically have a roof over the head and food on the table. I'll give you an example. We purchasing, I should say, what's called it's a hotel. We're going through the process of purchasing an 11-bed hotel, and the way we're doing that is something called the lease option. So instead of actually buying the hotel outright, we are in effect renting it from the landlord with a view to purchase it in, and the terms were negotiated, 7 years time. So in effect, we're renting this hotel. All right, that's the nuts and crux of it at the end of the day. However, one of the very first guests that we accommodated within the hotel, homeless person this was, for Help for Heroes, you must have heard of them guys, was an old school friend I hadn't seen for many years. We used to hang out together as best mates basically at one point, from about 9 years old, 10 years old, and then we went to secondary school together. We never really hung out then, but you're still friends, you still know these people. And unfortunately, he'd fell on hard times. He had a job during the week, but on a weekend he had nowhere to stay. So Help for Heroes basically approached us and said, can you help this guy out? And lo and behold, I did not know. I didn't know until the person arrived on my doorstep, basically. It was it was just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, I'm waffling. So basically, security is what you need to get. Food on table, roof over your head. Tick that box massively, guys. Simple as that. Just appreciate what you've got there. Now the next stage is your lifestyle. We call it freedom. Security, freedom, wealth. So the freedom category. The freedom category is basically how you want to live your lifestyle. So if you want the cars, the toys, the big house and all the fancy things that come with it. I'm going to go for a drive now. And all the bits and pieces that come with it. Then basically what you need to do is you need to have an income to sustain that. So for argument's sake, I'm going to use the term pounds because we live in the UK. But if you're an American, then it's dollars, obviously, and whatever it is, wherever you live, rest of the world. But basically, just check here. Yeah. But basically, at the end of the day, it is your income. So whatever income you got basically coming in. Now you can be in effect financially free. It's not called financially free. You are financially free once you have an income that sustains your lifestyle. And if something is supporting you on that front, where you hardly have to do any work, there's no such thing as passive income. Not 100% passive income. You always have to do something, even if that includes looking at the books. It's as simple as that. You're always going to have to do something, even if it's looking at the books. So financial freedom, so easy to achieve. So for example, if you have an income of £5,000 a month, which is a lot of money for a lot of people, and you are going out on holidays, you're buying your toys, your cars, etc., and obviously you're paying your rent, etc., and your bills, then you basically have the lifestyle you want to live at that £5,000. If on top of that £5,000, you have property, for argument's sake, giving you that income, or you've won the lottery, for example, so you've got a lottery or inheritance that's paying you that £5,000 as it comes in, then you are in effect financially free, because you've got the money to come in to sustain the lifestyle you want. And that's basically what retirement's about. People focus on retiring. That's what they're focusing on. They're focused on retiring to enjoy the freedom they're going to have. When in reality, they may actually get to retirement and not realise that they haven't actually saved up enough money to live the lifestyle they wanted to live. For example, let's say you want to go sailing. That's one of my hobbies. I want to go sailing. I did do this 2 years ago. Oh, in 2023, yeah, 2 years ago. I basically retired to go sailing. That was the plan, and then I realised that actually I ain't got enough money to do this hobby and do it over a year, 2 years, 3 years. I didn't have enough of an income to sustain it, to sustain my lifestyle when I wasn't there. But the thing is, I realised this at an early age, rather than waiting until I hit my retirement, where it's a bit more difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it's a bit more difficult to actually increase your income when you've hit retirement age. So I was able to do it now. So yes, basically that's what I did. I realised this, so I went back to work and then decided, right, what do I need to do to increase my income? And it would be the same thing for anyone else. If you want to go on holiday and go on the big yachts, for example, because I love this super yacht. I don't know about you guys, but my background super yachts. I'd love to go on one of them for a holiday. Love to own one, just can't afford it yet. So yeah, so basically security and your freedom. So if you're not earning enough for your lifestyle, you'll have to change it. Now your wealth categories, if you've got £5,000 coming in, however you get your £5,000 coming in, but you've got surplus cash, well, this is where you use this as your wealth category. Your wealth category is to use that to invest in your education. You use surplus cash. You don't use cash you can't afford to give out, you use surplus cash. And this is where people get stuck. They think that property investing, for argument's sake, getting a guru that'll teach you a property investing course is a quick win strategy. It's not. Property investing, it's achievable. I became financially free in less than 3 years, but as I say, not a multimillionaire, but it is achievable to become financially free in less than 3 years, or sooner, depending on how quickly you want to push it. And I'll go how I did that on a different video at a later time. But at this moment in time, we're talking about security, freedom, and wealth. Once you've got your wealth and you've got surplus cash, you use that surplus cash to actually invest in whatever it is you want to invest in. Education first, in whatever you want to educate yourself in, and then you move into property, for example, or buying businesses, and then giving away to charity. Now, I don't mean you have to be wealthy to give to charity. What I mean is you have to have surplus cash to be able to give to charity. I mean chunks of cash. And one of the great things about property investing, like I explained on the hotel we had, was that you're actually able to give back to charity through you're able to give back to charity by basically investing in other strategies, and that's how you give yourself warm fuzzy feelings. I used to have a marine electronics business going back many years, and in that business I had the structure a long way around. I was actually giving away money to charity before I was actually giving money to myself. You've heard of an employer where they work for free? Well, that's exactly what I was doing, but I was actually giving away money I shouldn't have been. Giving away to charity is good, but I was giving too much away. And the reason for that was the fear of money. And that's another video to go into another day. Here we go, got concentrated 100% now, guys. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately, so your security, your freedom, and your wealth, once you've got them boxes ticked, you are sorted. It's as simple as that. Now, I think that's basically it. Security, freedom, wealth. You know all about that stuff now. Well, sort of waffled on a bit about it. But, I think we'll end the video at that point because there's nothing more to say. So, guys, depending whenever you're watching this video, just think. No, let's not end the video. Let's give you a top tip here, right? Okay, so if you haven't done it already, and I know you haven't because most people don't, and don't worry about it, don't be afraid of it. Write down how much money you are spending a month on everything. So literally, the way that you work out your break even, it's called, you work out how much you actually receive coming in, and you work out how much you're spending going out. And the key here is to actually get your spending down as low as possible and increase your income. And once you're able to do that, you then got surplus cash, and then, as I say, you can invest that cash in effect in other property into other strategies. But most people don't actually do the break even. They're scared to actually know what money they've got or they haven't got, unfortunately. So listen guys, work out your break even. Just crack on with that now. You work out your break even, and then we'll do a follow-up conversation at some point. And if you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments box, or find me on that other place called Facebook. Search propertyinvestingishshit.com. You'll find the page on there, and then just drop me a video. Sorry, not a video. There's a link there for a WhatsApp. You'll be able to get me directly on WhatsApp. Just drop me a message in there. I do free workshops on Fridays. Today I didn't need to do one because I'd already spoke to everyone beforehand, everyone that's going to attend the workshop, and we ticked all their boxes with what help and support they needed, so there's no need to do a free workshop today. If you do want to sign up for any of these free workshop guys, the best thing to do is drop me a message on the Facebook page during the week, and then when the Friday comes, the following Friday, I will do a webinar purely on the questions that you guys are stuck on, or any questions you've got. For example, last week was on HMOs and service accommodation. This week we had a couple of inquiries again on service accommodation, so we basically had meetings during the week on that front, so I didn't need to actually do a webinar on it. Yeah, which means I get more time to enjoy it how I like, free. So that's it guys. Right, I'm out of here now. As I say, skirt freedom wealth, that's what you need to work on. Done a lot of waffling for you. Oh, something about this like and subscribe and share. Like, as I say, this is really to help benefit my family. I say raising the bar, but it's also going to be good for you guys as well, and any of your friends and families that you may think, hey, do you know what they could do with their help with financial freedom as well, because that's what it's all about. I present financial freedom courses on YouTube. That's what I do. That's what I do in a nutshell. That's what I do, guys. All right, and that's it. I'm here now. So bye guys, have a great weekend. Layton signing off.